Well, hello again everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to start a new project, and by start a new project I mean to strip, redo, and actually finish an unfinished project. Back in 2012, I started an orc team. My son and I were heading to Zlurpee Bowl 8 in Indianapolis. He wanted to take orcs, but I didn't have an orc team painted yet. Unfortunately for him, I only got 12 linemen, 2 blitzers, and 1 thrower finished before it was time to go. So that is all he had to play with. It was his first tournament, and I supplied him with a suboptimal team. So I am sure this could be blamed for his 0 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties. Trust me, they played better for him than they did for me, but we'll get to that in a minute. So with that tournament, the Green Machine were born. The name came from the fact that I had the miniature for the old star player, Grimfang Geargrinders, and I wanted to use it. He was no longer a playable star in the game though, and I really wanted to use the mini. So I decided to use him as a mascot, like the Philly Fanatic, Blue from my Indianapolis Colts, or the greatest mascot of all time, the San Diego Chicken. I would just pay for a cheerleader and imagine he's a regular orc dressed in a faux cyborg mascot costume. So Grimfang Geargrinders wasn't the name of a real star, but just the name of our mascot. Thus, the Green Machine were born. They already had green skin, so I decided to stick with secondary colors and just make the team colors purple and orange. I had also decided that other than the team colors, their uniforms would not be entirely uniform. Some had jerseys while others remained bare-chested. Some armor was just metal while other pieces were painted either orange or purple. I may have only had these pieces finished for my son's team in 2012, but I had all of the other minis for the rest of the positions, so I would eventually come back to it and finish it. Jump to 2017. When I took the very same models to France for Rendez-vous Bowl number 15. When the organizers saw my team, he questioned me, "Where are the black orcs?" I told him that I didn't have them painted yet, and he said that didn't matter, I could have brought them anyways. I told him that it mattered to me. He turned to the others there and said, "Oh, he's one of those." This is the only tournament I've ever attended where I lost every single match. Only one was a blowout though. The other 4 were lost on turn 16 during the very last play of the game. 2 of them ended with the last play being one of my orcs failing a go for it and tripping over the goal line. And 2 of the games ended with my opponents making a roll to score and succeed. So 4 of those games were 1 roll away from being a tie, and I was on the losing end of all 4 rolls. Also, I'd like to note in this tournament, my dirty player was kicked out on turn 1 of every single match. Now it is 13 years later, and I'm finally going to get around to finishing this team. The problem is I don't have the same paints. I don't even remember what paints I used. So the green, the orange, the purple are all not going to match. So if I try to paint the other models to match these models, they're definitely going to look out of place. So I suppose I have to strip these and start over. So the Green Machine are now going to be known as the Grimfang Geargrinders, but how should I paint them? So what should the colors be for the Geargrinders? What should the color scheme for the team be? Years ago I developed a chart for random rolling colors. I've never shown that to anybody. I know people are probably thinking, how chaotic do you have to be to not be able to pick colors?
I did put the word corn in my name. What else would you expect but chaos?
But I know I'm not the only one that has done this before, because I know Brent over at Goobertown Hobbies used to do a thing called Goobertown Roulette. So I know other people have done this. I made this years ago. I haven't looked at it in years. I don't even remember my process of thinking while I was putting it together. So it looks like the first thing on my list is a die 10. Let's see what happens. 7, orange or gold. So something in the orange or gold range. I have to select a color there as the base number 1 color of the color scheme. And then consults notes. Triadic. So it actually looks like I'm going to go with this pretty much close to the same color scheme. Triadic, we're going to go orange, purple, green, somewhere in there. I just have to pick the base orangish, goldish color first, and then we'll see what the other two colors are after I select that. So for the orange, I think I will go with Parasite Brown. I hear some of you saying that is brown, not orange, but really it's just dark orange. And for the green, I will use my bottle of Mutation Green. If my information is correct, this is a discontinued paint, and Vallejo did not include it in their new formulation. I couldn't make a decision on the purple, so I went to the people in the form of a poll, and there was only 13 votes. It wasn't incredibly decisive, but D technically won, so D it is. Now, what is in this unlabeled dropper bottle? It was super cheap, crappy craft paint that I picked up at Walmart. I did use it on my 2019 Blood Bowl World Cup team in Dornbirn, Austria. If I can make it work for the World Cup, it'll be good enough for wherever these orcs are going this year. Now, to start the team off, I will start at the top of the roster with player number 1. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, please like and subscribe. When I come back, I think we'll be updating Greaser with a new paint job, and there may be a couple of folks joining him on the cheer squad. Until next time, may all your rush rolls be successful.